Hey, it's BrickTsar,
And Mrs. BrickTsar.
and in this video we're going to be doing a Pablo, and while Mrs. BrickTsar Leanne here picks a couple of Bricklink orders, I'll answer maybe a few questions that we call BrickTsar answer thingy, or bat. And if the camera just moved, it's our cat. She does that every time we start a video. Get out of here! So, we got one, it's a requested one, that's from, what is that top one?
You want me to start with that one?
BrickTsar62 is the one that requested the bat, and we also got one that's going to Australia, so that should be pretty neat. So we'll I'll get behind the camera, answer a few bat questions while she pulls the orders. Hey, that one has a lot of different lots in it, so you might, when you get done and put it in the bag, you can probably put them in the same, some of the different parts in the same bag.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna use this to sort all the pieces.
Okay. So while she picks those orders, and the cat, you see the cat's tail. The cat wants to be involved in everything. So she's picking the one for BrickTsar62 first. That's the one that's in the United States. But I'm going to answer a couple of questions. And the first one is from Ranger18. And I really can't find the answer to this question. But his question is, when was your first Bricklink item? I think that might be, what was your first Bricklink item that you sold, and when was the first item that you bought? I really don't know the answer to either one of those questions, but I do know the first set that I parted out, which is the final duel that had the Stormtrooper, the Imperial Guard, and Luke Skywalker. I want to say that's set 7201. That was the first set that I parted out. And as far as the first thing I bought, it probably was something vintage. Probably when I was trying to complete some of those 70 sets. But honestly, I don't know. And then Bricklink purges the records, so you can't look back there. So, and that was way back in 2001, so I don't think I would remember. So it's a good question, though. Alright, now this is a really good question, this next one. It has to do with buying sets, and I'd like to probably get some input from you people. But Brick Utopia asks the following question. It says, do you recommend buying lots to grow my Bricklink inventory, or buy multiples of new sets? Now, when he says buy lots, I don't think he's saying buy lots and lots and lots of Lego. He is saying buy like used lots perhaps, or bulk lots. That's what I'm thinking. Brick Utopia, you can clarify in the comments below. Or buying new sets. Well, I will tell you personally, I am now all for just sticking to the new sets. Everything, pretty much everything she is picking right now came from new sets. I do have a few used items still in my inventory. She goes on the back wall over there. But I prefer new, because if that's what people really want, and if you buy a used lot or a bulk lot on eBay, you never know if you're going to get battle tested Lego, stuff that's damaged, stuff that's bitten, stuff that's dirty. You got to go through all the hassle of cleaning it. But there are sellers, particularly on eBay, that have made almost a living buying used lots and then selling them by the color, or picking out the minifigures and things like that. So to me, though, I think it's easier finding stuff on clearance, or that's a good part out value, and buying new. So that's what I would recommend. But when you're getting started, it's hard to say. It's because sometimes the expense of buying new sets, but look for those deals on clearance. Are you finding everything all right?
Yes, Chrissy's just distracting me.
Do y'all want to see the cat? That is Chrissy, the ruler of the house. I thought about doing it as a video of, you know, I have this hashtag BBI. That's like, if you see me break something in a video, you put that hashtag BBI and then the timestamp that I broke it, and then I would compile those. But I'm not even going to bother editing out the part where she bumped into the camera, because she's done it so many times. You could probably find videos that I've posted where the camera shook and that was for her. Or you could probably find videos where you hear her jingling with her little bell. Or you could probably find videos where she just is in the background. In fact, I've gone to editing videos and I didn't even know the cat was in the video. And then I find her. But that's why I like keeping things in drawers for this cat down here. It's okay. This is that, and this, I think this is a good order because it was 99 pieces and a bunch of lots. How many lots were there? I think there was 11 lots, or is it 22 lots? I can't remember. There's a bunch of lots. So it's a little more of a challenging order. So anyway, let's go to another question. Let's see if I can find one related to Bricklink. Maniac for Bricks has asked a few good questions, and I'm not going to be able to answer them in this video. For instance, he asked how many different colors has Lego made, what's the most colors that one element was produced in, or which Lego element was made in the most colors available from Lego. That's a tough one to answer, but that's one we could probably research on Bricklink and get close to the answer. The thing with colors, it's hard to be exact because there are non-production elements. There's things that Lego actually made that never appeared in sets, so it's hard to know if they're really out there. Then there's stuff that the test factories made that have Lego on them, but Lego never produced them. It's very confusing. Alright, let's go to one about selling, and one that comes up from time to time when we talk about the Grand Carousel. That's one that I sold a couple of years ago or so. I did a video about it before I sold it. I think it's even before I started BrickTsar. I can't remember. But anyway, my son didn't even know I sold it, and then we did a video one time and we were talking about stuff we sold. In fact, that video may have been about what set that you sold did you regret. That's kind of a classic moment on this channel where he found out that I had sold the Grand Carousel. But the question that Brick Utopia asks is a little different. It says, if you regretted selling the carousel so much, why not sell some of the stuff you're not into or not too attached to, is what he said. That's a good question, and that's pretty much what we do. I mean, I think a lot of other sellers do that, and that's why you'll see a lot of Chima parts, a lot of Ninjago parts in people's stores. And the minifigures just sit there and nobody buys them. So I really do that. In fact, we got some Galaxy Squad sets that we're going to be parting out. I'm not into Galaxy Squad. We got some Friends stuff. Now I do like some of the elements you get in Friends sets, but I'm not into it, so I'll end up parting out a lot of Friends stuff because they got good parts. Yeah, that was more of a deal back then. I thought about downsizing, and I knew I could get a lot for it, but I could probably get 5 times what I sold it for now if I was to sell it now as opposed to then, but you never know. So it's a good question. And I got some other sets that are not maybe worth as much as the Grand Carousel, but they're worth a lot, and I'm thinking instead of selling them as a set, I'm just going to part them out. I got the Vestas windmill. I think I'll just, now this, if anybody knows what the Vestas windmill is, it's that big windmill up there, and that's my personal one. I'm not going to sell that, but I got another one. If I put it in Bricklink, I could probably sell it for $400 to $500, but I think I'd rather get more. I could part it out and probably get more for it than that. So I have a sealed one. Now do I sell it sealed or do I part it out? That's the question. And there's not, I think I can get just a little more, I don't know, I forget, I had to go look at the part. I think the part out value was about $50 to $100 more than what the sealed set had been selling for. But yes, sometimes a set you can get more, even a used set as a complete set, than a parted out set, but mostly not on new stuff. It's more like the vintage stuff. Like, see if I can zoom in over there. There's that police helicopter, that fire station. Those are things that probably sell more as a set than parted out. Can zoom in. That's about as far as I can zoom in there. Don't forget, if you want to win a Mega Block set, I'm trying to get rid of this Mega Block stuff. I had a contest going on. People to enter. How's it coming there?
Almost done.
Cool. So Frank had a big order. And I got some containers under my stack-ons. Those are my used bricks that are from my personal collection. I'm thinking about putting store items there. I stored those there temporarily as the cat continues to go back and forth. So we got to make some room in some other places in the basement. And I still haven't got everything back into the public stock. I have about 130 items that are in stock room, meaning I can see them in my inventory, but you can't see them. And it's just a matter of getting them added into the inventories. And right now, the only things that are in my inventory are in these stack-ons. And so what we're going to do is we're going to get some of the other containers. You see how there's no drawers in some places. We're going to fill those drawers up first, and then I'll start adding other locations. So you got that one done?
I think so.
All right, you got one. What about the next one?
Okay, this is for that first order.
Yeah, we'll pack it up first, and then we'll start.
This.
So she used the old sorting trays that Lego had that they've pretty much discontinued, and they're good for doing orders like that.
Okay.
So now she's going to do the Australian order, which should be a lot easier.
Yeah, it's a lot easier.
How many lots is it?
Just 4.
Yeah, that one will be
4, 2,
easy.
3.
What do you think, Chrissy? So relatively speaking, compared to some other people's stores, this is, I would say, small. Consider there's 68,000 or so pieces from that container back there on the back wall over to here. That's 68,000 pieces. So it's, and there's a lot of empty space in these drawers. I could get a lot more just in these drawers, and I got a bunch of empty drawers over there that we can fill up as well. I'm going to get Tsarevna, my daughter. She's going to do the labeling over there for those. And we're going to try to probably make this a family thing here. It's probably hard to count when somebody's talking. So if you ever have any questions about selling or buying on Bricklink, you can leave those in the comments of any of my videos, and if you put hashtag BAT next to the question, I'll try to answer. I can't answer all of them. I mean, I got a bunch of questions. Sometimes we get the same questions that maybe was covered in another video, but I made a list of a bunch of them that are really good, and I want to get some input from other YouTubers and other Bricklink sellers and buyers on some of them. I asked AFOL man about one that I'm wanting to get more information or more input from someone else, but we'll cover that in another video. Alright. I know it's a little bit of a longer video, that's why I wanted to include the BrickTsar insert thingy with it, because I knew it was going to take a little longer, but still it's not that bad. You know, it'll be less than 15 minutes of picking in this video, I think. What time to get you done?
Hopefully I'll get faster.
So what did you think about that? That's probably the hardest order, the one that filled up all these things in here. Frankster 62's order.
I'll probably go back and count it again.
You'll double check. I think the accuracy in my Bricklink orders that I'm sending out is probably going to be better now. She's very thorough, so I appreciate that. And the other one, there's more typical order. Those are really easy, the one that's going to Australia. So if you have any more questions, like I said, leave it in the comments below. We'll cover that. We're not going to do the packing and shipping of the labels. Still got to that. I need to figure out how to edit a video where you can't see people's addresses, because I kind of want to do a tutorial, because the one that's going to Australia, it's a little tricky doing the shipping label, because PayPal doesn't have, at least the last time I did it, they didn't have first class shipping, which is cheaper, so I have to go to the USPS, the United States Postal Service website, and do it, and it's just a pain. But you'll learn all that eventually, and thank you for helping.
No problem.
Alright, well, that's it for this video. See you in the next one. It's BrickTsar.